Well, hello again, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the evolution of the augmented sixth chord and identifying the different types of augmented sixth chords. So, notice up here I've got a bass line, the sixth scale degree in a minor key, the lowered sixth going down to 5. And we often associate this with a Phrygian half cadence kind of sound, the 4/6. And because I am someone who likes to be exact about these things, the 4/6 to 5. And we might voice that out something like this. And how is this going to resolve? Well, normally we'd do something like this. 5 in the key. It might sound something like this. I think that's a fair 4/6 to 5. But something interesting happens. I want to do this here. I actually want to break into layers for this. So what I want to do is show a slightly different way of looking at things. We do this in 3 voices. And then maybe do the top like this. Kind of doubling do we have here? Listen to this. If you listen to it, that wonderful chromatic gap between E and F sharp is filled in with the E sharp. So if we can fill it in with a chromatic gap, do we even need the pitch there at all? And the answer is, of course, because you know me by now, no. So this is an acceptable chord. Right. So now we have an issue. It's no longer a 4/6. The root of the 4 chord in the key of B minor is E. We have no E anymore. And now we have a chord that consists of E sharp, G natural, and B. Now work that out in your head. That's not like any chord we've ever seen before. What is the distance between E natural and G sharp? Or E sharp and G natural, excuse me. Ascending, well, G to E would be what? G to E would be, right, a major 6th. In this case, we've taken a major and we've made it 1 bigger. What happens when you make a major bigger? Augmented 6th. And it is from this construction that the augmented 6 chords get their name. All augmented 6 chords, so I'll just go ahead and copy these accordingly, will have the following intervals. They will be built on the lowered 6th scale degree of whatever key you're in. In minor, of course, it is naturally lowered. In a major key, you'd have to remember to lower it. The tonic, the 1st scale degree, in this case B, and the raised 4th scale degree, creating the augmented 6th interval between the lowered 6th and the raised 4th. And there are 3 types of them, and we'll talk about voice leading and things like that. The first type, and again, this is not geographically based, it's just what we call them, the Italian augmented 6 chord. Looks something like this, and it contains, again, the lowered 6th scale degree, the tonic, the raised 4th, and then to double in a 4-voice texture, you always double the tonic. So G, B, E sharp, B. Ow, Sorry about that. Now notice how it resolves. The flat 6 resolves down to the 5. The E sharp pushes up to double the root of the 5 chord. You have the doubled B here. One resolves down to pick up the leading tone. One resolves upward to pick up the 5th of the chord. So this is the Italian 6th. Our tour of Augmented 6th continues with what we call the French 6th. And the difference between the French 6th is that in place of a doubled tonic, we instead need to change layers here, create that sonority. And that sounds a little something like this. Notice that it's crunchier because it has the lowered 6th, the raised 4th, the tonic, and the 2nd scale degree. And then let's check out the resolution. Tonic still resolves down to pick up the leading tone. Lowered 6 still resolves down to pick up the root of the 5 chord. The sharp 4 moves up to double the root of the 5 chord. We've already got the 5th of the 5 chord present, so it just stays put. Right, so that's the French 6. We have the Italian 6 and the French 6. Let's listen to both of those in succession so you can hear what we're talking about. Italian 6 to 5, French 6 to 5. You hear that French is crunchier. It's got a little more oomph to it. You've got a double tritonal work here, G to C sharp and B to E sharp as well. And then for the last one, which we call, well, let's see if you can guess. We're going sort of clockwise through Europe. So this is the German 6th chord. And the German 6th chord contains the lowered 6, the tonic, the sharp 4, and the flat 3rd scale degree. Now in a minor key, of course, 3 is already flat. But in a major key, you'd have to remember to drop it down. And we'll talk about some of that in class. But let's take a look at the German 6 here. Now, if we listen to it, we think, oh, this sounds kind of like every other Augmented 6 chord. But we have a problem with the voice leading. What's the problem with the voice leading here? What is the problem with the voice leading in German 6 going to 5? Well, flat 6 goes to 5. Tonic goes down to leading tone. These are fine. Sharp 4 goes up to double the root of the 5 chord. All these are fine. Flat 3 going down to 2. Do you see the parallel 5th between the bass and the soprano here? They're a perfect 5th apart here. G to D, moving to F sharp to C sharp. So we get around that by doing something like this to make the motion smoother. Let me layer this up here real quick. This will take a little bit of planning. We create a cadential 6/4. Switch layers back here. We do something like this, which now means that to resolve the German 6 correctly, to avoid the parallel octave between the soprano and the bass, we have to take it through a cadential 6/4 and finally get to the 5. So the German 6, when written and resolved properly, sounds like this. And then a major key, we'd have to make sure that we go back to the raised third here. We'll talk about this some more in class, and we'll start looking for places where the augmented sixth is hidden. It's a great sound, it's a wonderful sonority, and coupled with the Neapolitan, it's opening up a whole lot of other possibilities for us. So, as always, if you have questions, email me, stop by the office, ask them in class. As always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.